Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is CimaGold. So today we are making this beautiful dress as you can see on me. It's a flare dress with an halter neck and gathers at the edge and the belt. If this looks like what you want to learn how to cut and sew, please kindly stay back and watch. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you find this tutorial very useful. Okay, yeah, this is just me showing off the dress so you could see it properly and see the reason why you should stay glued and watch this tutorial. If you are having difficulty in cutting the flare dress, this is the solution.
And so today we are going to be making a simple flare gown. It's as simple as anything. So I actually am using an Ankara print, but I actually, because the length of the Ankara is actually by 45, it wouldn't be enough for what I did. So I already did my joinings. I did my joinings to accommodate the length I want. If you, this is an option one, because I just want all my measurements put together when I start. If not, when you are done cutting and wherever you have a shortage, you can just simply replace there. But so let's go straight to the point now. So this is my fabric. All I need to do is to fold it in a triangular form like so. So I'm folding it in a triangular form like this. So you can say triangular form or in a bias form. So after getting this, the next thing we are going to do is to fold it in another bias form. But this time around, we are going to give like a sewing allowances of 1 inch, zipper allowance of 1 inch. So you see I'm not folding it towards the ending from here. I'm just folding it a little bit. Let me cut this off. So you see that I'm just folding it a little bit with space here. So this is 1 inch, this is 1 inch, this is 1 inch, just straight down. So after doing that, the next thing I'll be doing is to identify my shoulder measurement. So my shoulder measurement is a shoulder measurement of 8 inches. So all I need to do is to identify where my 8 inches falls. I'll start putting it here. Please, not from this place, not from here that has a zipper allowance, from here. So this is 7.5. Just keep adjusting until you get 8 inches. So I have my 8 inches, although this is 8.5, which is also very comfortable for me. After doing that, the next thing I'll be doing is to determine the length of my dress. So I'm working with a length, the gown length of 36 for now. So I will just identify the 36. This is 36 here. This is 36 here. This is 36 here. So I will cut out. And so I have a better volume of what I'm working with now. So all I just need to do is to confirm my measurement again for the length. So this is 36. You see I'm marking it from this shoulder line. This is 36 and this is 36 accurate. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get my armhole depth. The armhole depth, my armhole depth on a normal day is 10 inches, which is here. But this one will be a little bit different because after getting this line, you have to come up by 1.5 or 2 inches. Because I'm quite bossy, I will just come up by 1.5 inches. So after doing that, then the next now, please take note that you are not marking this here. This is a mistake. The marking is supposed to be here. So the 10 inches is here, not by your zipper side, please. The 10 inches is here. And then you are coming upward by 1.5 inches. Please, not your zipper side, but this side that is fully folded. So after doing that marking, I've come up by 1.5 inches. The next thing I am going to do is to get my neck depth. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be marking for my front and my back. So the width of the neck I want is 3 inches, so I'll mark 3 inches here. Then the neck depth I'm working with for the back is 1 inch, so I'll mark it first. Then for the front, I'm working with a neck depth of 3 inches, so I'll be marking my 3 inches for the neck depth in the front, and then I'll blend it in. So what's going to happen is this: when I get to the back, back, I'll cut the back first, then lift the front up, and then cut the front neck, so nothing is wrong here. The next thing I'll be doing is to get my armhole. So because I don't want my bra to be showing, I'll be making my shoulder here immediately after my neck 3 inches. But if you don't mind, if you have, like, if you are not so busty, you can actually just connect straight to these points. You can connect straight to this point like so. But for me, because of I don't want my bra strap showing, so let me just do 2.5 inches for now. So this is where it is. I'll connect like so. That way my bra strap should not show. Then I'm going to connect. I'm just going to do 1/2 inch shoulder slope here. But if you don't mind, if you are not so busty and your bra strap you don't mind, you can just start immediately after your shoulder, your neck line, and just slant. We are not slanting directly to the armhole depth, we are slanting directly to the part we came up by 1.5 inches. So after that, we can say that our dress is almost ready. So from here, all I need to do is to come like so, cut my shoulder slope. Then I'll first of all cut my back neck depth. After cutting my back neck depth, the next thing I'll do is to lift this up and then cut my front neck depth. So this is what I have so far. Then I will come to this side and I will cut the side. You can actually choose not to cut the side. You can actually leave the side not to without joining, but I just want to cut the side. Now another thing that I didn't do was to fit in my bust measurement. Now my bust is 11.5. You can see that this is 11.5, and then this gave me extra 1 inch. So most times they are likely to fall in such way. We don't really need so much measurement for this dress itself. Everything most times forms up by itself. It's a flare dress and it's a very simple dress to work with. So all I just need to do now is to make sure that my zipper allowance is completely 1 inch. If anywhere I have an excess, I'm going to be cutting it out. Anywhere I have an excess zipper allowance, I'm going to be cutting it out. Now remember, I said something. I said, should in case yours have some shortage, like for me, I don't really like after sewing, I will go and be doing my joining for the shortage. So that's why you see I do whatever joining I need to do on the Ankara first before I start cutting. But if you can observe very well, look at the back of this dress. You will see that the joining that I did earlier on before I started cutting is what's showing here. You can see here too. I think this other part has. So the thing is, this is not out of place if you have some parts that has shortages, especially if you do not join like me. All you simply need to do is to go back to that point that needs replacement and measure up what you want to replace there and replace. But so far so good, we are good to go. So all I need to do right now is to join the shoulders. I'll close up the zipper part. I'll leave about say 13 inches open, or if I want I can leave more than 13 inches, but I just feel I don't need the zipper going down so much, so I'll leave like say 10-11 inches open, close up every other part. I'll join the shoulder, join the side seams, and then come back to show us how to go about the collar. Okay, so I'm done joining it. I turned the armhole parts, I joined the side, and that's all. I'm yet to add the extra that I want to add here. So the next thing we are going to do is to talk about the collar. I want it to have a collar, so just like the picture we saw, I have a pieces here of black. I will be cutting my belt and my collar from this. So let's start with the collar now. So what I do is I actually would measure from the center front. I folded it into two like this. I'll measure from the center front like this down to the back side, entering even into the zipper allowance. I have a total of 10 inches. So I'll lay this aside. I'll measure 10 inches. I have a paper here. I'll measure 10 inches. I don't like my collar to be anything too wide, so I'll show you the method I use most time. So the height of the collar is 1.5 inches. The height of the collar is 1.5 inches. So I'll just do it like so. So after doing that, so after marking the height, what I'll do is to cut it out like this. So after cutting it out like this, I'll get the middle of this. So remember that the height of the wideness of the collar we measured around the neck was 10. So half of 10 will be 5 inches. So I would mark half of it and I'll cut it out. I want the upper part of the collar to kind of clinch to my neck a bit. So I will just mark about 1 inch at the upper part. When I mark the 1 inch at the upper part, I'm going to cut out a masking tape, sellotape, whatever you have. Then I would now overlap it only at the upper parts. You see the shape is giving me here. That's what I want. So I don't want it so clingy, but I want it fitted. So I would overlap only the upper parts, leaving the lower parts the way it was. So that's the only thing I'll be doing. So from here, let me show you. From this the lower part, you will see that I didn't overlap it. This is the upper part. You see the overlapping of 1 inch that I did. So all I need to do now is to get my fabric. I'm thinking if I should use black or okay, for the sake of this tutorial, let me just stick to the black. Remember the height is 1.5 inches. Yours could be lesser than 1.5 inches. So all I need to do is to place this at the folded parts. Remember, this is 1, this is 2. So this is serving as both the lining and as the main fabric. So all I need to do is place it like so. After placing it, all I need to do is to cut it out. I'll cut it out. I'll cut it out from the lower part too. So when I get to this side, I'll open it up. So this is what I have. All I need to do now is to go to my ironing table. I'll be inserting my hairstay or collar. I don't want to use collar stay. I want it to be a bit soft. So I'll be using gum stay or my thick hairstay on it. Then I'll turn it and attach it to the neck of this dress. Then I'll fix my zipper from this point up to the collar. When I'm done with that, I would come and show us what we have before we proceed to the lower part of the dress. So I'm done fixing the collar. I like the outcome of what I'm seeing already. So this is the collar. Then this is the zipper. I fix the zipper from here upward. You know, I bias the armhole parts and all of that. So the next thing we are going to be doing is this. I'm going to cut a fabric height of 6 inches. Then I'm going to measure here. I have 40. So for the front and back, it means that I have a total of 80. So I'll be doing 80 times 3. 80 times 2 is 160 plus 40 plus another 80, sorry. So I'll just do the mathematics. So whatever you have here, just do the mathematics. So I have 80. I'm going to be doing 80 in 3 places. Then the height is going to be 6 inches. So I'll be adding 1 inch for the hemming allowance. So a total of 7 inches. But what I want is 6 inches. Please use your measurement and your preference. So I'm going to cut that out now. So this is 80 in the length. So I'm just going to divide it into 3 places. I'm just doing this because I'm teaching so that you see that I actually did exactly what I said. So this is 7.5. This is 7.5. And this is 7.5. So I'm just going to be cutting it out. Notch it here, notch it here. So that's the length is 80. So I'm just going to be cutting it out. See, this is 80, this is 80, and this is 80. I'm going to join it together to become one. I'm going to hem the mouth of it, and I'm going to gather it round the hemming part of this. Then I'm going to cut a belt. If you don't know how to cut a belt, just normal detachable belt. I have a video where I already had the dress that I cut out a belt for. So you can just cut a belt with a black. So when I'm done doing this, I'm going to put on the dress and let us see the final outlook. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if this is your first time, and also please like and share my video. Peradventure you have any question, please feel free to drop the question on the comment section. I assure you I'll be there to answer the questions. Thank you so much. Until next time, I remain CimaGold. Bye.